Alright, so I'm in the kitchen because Mom's on the back deck. We're doing some roasting. I'm looking at my video trying to figure this out. So I'm making a air fryer meatloaf tonight. Dad style, not recipe style necessarily. Show you a couple of tricks to getting some good air fryer meatloaf. Up until about 4 months ago, maybe a year ago now I guess, but we didn't have an air fryer. Now I got 3 because I love my air fryers. And meatloaf in the air fryer is really good. But, so the first ingredient, this is bacon venison burger. This means it's mainly venison with a whole bunch of bacon mixed in, ground together, and frozen up from last year's fall harvest season, we'll call it. So this is really good, and we're going to put that in our bowl. It's about 2 pounds. We did our own. You can see our own freeze wrapping. Not freeze wrapping. What do they call that? Air sucking. You know what I mean. Vacuum. Yeah, the vacuuming. Yeah. Now, a couple of tricks. Sweet Baby Ray's. Now, I know it's got more sugar in than I normally use, and I have a lot of other things I like to mix sugar with. I mean, not mix sugar with. I don't like all the high fructose corn syrups and all that. And I don't think. No, they just, well, yeah, this one uses high fructose because I bought it at Sam's. But you can buy it without the high fructose. And normally I do, but we're going to go simple here. So you see about a big splash. I don't think that's technically a term, splash, but I'm sure Gordon Ramsay's freaking out. Ah! What the? Never mind. What the H kitchen are you doing? I like to put some mustard in there. Now here's my uber trick. You know you gotta have meat, crumbs in there. Right here. Look at there. I know, again, one of them things I don't usually use too many box stuff, but we're going for a fast meal tonight. So I just take that. And there's no, you can use dishes and all that, forks and knives and mixers and all that stuff, but to be honest with you, it's just a whole lot faster when you go this way. Oh, and the dogs get a bonus. Now what I'm going to do is get some salt and pepper. Should have done that first. Salt, pepper. Must have pepper. I like pepper. You know, I don't know where pepper comes. I know from peppercorn. I don't know what peppercorn comes from. Peppercorn plant, I guess, right? I don't know. This is called Happy Salt. It's made by the Amish, or so they say. It's got a lot of good flavors in, so I just like to mix that in there. There you go. Don't need to be too dramatic with it. It's not that hard. Now, my air fryer, I can't show you because it's over here, but you want to preheat it to 400 for about 5 minutes. And you want to preheat your pans. Don't just preheat the air fryer. I did that once, got the pans. A little dry. And now we got our goat's milk. But my hands are slippery. And I'm just going to put a little bit in here, something like that, just a splash. Just to give the meat a little bit more moisture, because venison is a dry meat. And bacon adds a lot of nice fat, but it doesn't add a lot of moisture. So the breadcrumbs will have a little bit more to soak up. Maybe a splash more. Don't want it wet per se, you just want it kind of moist. Yes, I said moist. Moist is a good word when you're cooking. And just mix it with your hands because, like I said, you can use spoons and all that, but to be honest, it's the easiest way. And after this, we're gonna make some biscuits. I just remembered one other thing that I like to add to my meatloaf. Throw a couple of eggs in there too. Farm fresh eggs. So I'm gonna mix it all up again. The eggs and the milk give it consistency, I've been told. It's a little wetter than I like it now, but it's alright. Air fryer will cook it all out. There we go. And that's what it looks like. Now you just basically split her in half and kind of form it. Like I said, it got a little more wetter than I like them, but the thing about the air fryer is it will basically dry it all out. I mean, it won't dry it out like, it's dry, yuck. No, it's gonna be like, it'll cook it. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. And really, so we're back and got the air fryer heated up. Kind of hot, actually, ouch. And then basically what I did is I formed 2 footballs. And I just lay it right in there. Like I try to make them about even if you can. You don't want one to be monstrously bigger than the other. And you kind of want them not quite football shaped, I guess, but pretty close. You want to be kind of consistent with your meat. So, ouch. So, here you go. Here's the meatloaf. We're going to throw this in the air fryer at 400 for 15 minutes and check it, and then probably add another 10 minutes. So we'll come back to that because now we're going on to biscuits. And again, the reason I'm making some biscuits is because we've got this wonderful jelly. And then, okay, so what we got here is how many?
24
Bunch of them.
half pints and 5 pints.
This is dandelion jelly, our first attempt and our first trial. It has been calling my name. And this is the first year we made the dandelion jelly. And I like it a lot. But it tastes a lot like super honey, citrusy super honey. So my natural instinct is, oh man, we gotta make biscuits. So I got a recipe here somewhere. April, where's the biscuit recipe?
Oh, it's in here. There you go.
Okay, best fluffy, flaky, buttery biscuits ever. This is right there. We'll try to put a link to this because this ain't our recipe. Let's see, this makes 12, which means I need 3 batches. Because, helpful hint, I love biscuits. Okay. As you can tell. And so, Mom's out there coughing. We've just gotten over a 14-day flu bug. And it's really knocked us on our butts. So, love our stainless steel pans. Those are really nice. So 2 cups of flour. Well, I guess I should use the whole lot. Okay, stainless steel, but we're gonna go with the mixer thingy. So 2 cups of flour times 3 is 6 cups of flour, or maybe I'll just do 2 batches. People do 2 batches because, well, I don't need to have all these biscuits around. Now you can make biscuits ahead and freeze them. That is a super cool thing about biscuits. 14. There's 2 cups. Probably got just enough in here to do this. We've been watching Julia on HBO Max, and I gotta tell you guys, if you ain't watching that, you're missing out on some of the best TV out there. It's not something you just wouldn't think of, but it's amazing. Well-written show, Fun too, fun. So I have to need that, I need baking powder, salt, honey, and butter. Baking powder. It says place all the dry ingredients in the bowl. So 7 teaspoons of baking powder. 7 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3 wonderful spoons. 4, 5, 6, 7 wonderful spoons of baking powder. I'm aging myself with Sesame Street there, I know. Salt. You got in that? We're spoiling ourselves. We use pink Himalayan crystal salt. And we do a half a teaspoon. So a whole teaspoon, please, of Himalayan salt. A teaspoon, there you go. And then we need cream of tartar. Mustard, ginger, celery. Well, this is where I call out to Mom because, hey Mom, do we have cream of tartar? Do we have cream of tartar?
No.
No. So we're not using it. Okay, moving on. So 1 tablespoon of honey, so 2 tablespoons of honey. Now this is technically not a dry ingredient, so let's wait a minute here. And then we need butter. So add butter, add milk. So 2/3 a cup of milk, so I need 4/3 of a cup of milk. That's 1 1/3 if you don't have any math problems. If you're like me, pretty good with math, you know how to add 4/3 plus a third, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so we're going to wait and put the honey in after we blend it. Blend it. And no, it wasn't the big C word, it was just the flu, good old-fashioned all-American flu. See, that's our theory and we're sticking to it. Because we don't stick nothing up our nose to find out. So, alright, here we go. Put the blender dingy on. Let me see some light here. Oh! Alright, now this is usually where I make a mess. So we'll see if I can do it without making a mess. Crazy in the kitchen. I do have a tendency to get a little goofy when I cook, but that's what cooking's for, fun. Rolling up and down. I'm sure real cooks are going to be going, no, don't do it like that. But this is Dad cooking, so okay, and voila. We have a pan of biscuits. Okay. I'm gonna have to get the other pan out because I got more dough. And you want to throw just a little bit more flour on there. Mom always says, don't overwork the dough. So, kind of like Dad in workouts, so don't overdo it. Actually, I don't do it, but we have a farm, we don't need to work out. We don't need gyms. We got hay and goats and chickens and Oop, all that fun stuff. Hand. And I better spray it a little bit. Bacon grease. Not bacon grease. Olive oil. Canned olive oil. Fast and effective. Oh, biscuits. Oh, two biscuits. How do I love thee? Let me add you to my waist. Anyways. Sorry, I'm a little off weird. Sorry. It's been a weird day. Been a weird couple of weeks. Sickness has been rattling our house. So we went for like a week without any real food, and that was so hard. Because I like food, as you can tell. Our family likes to eat. One thing we're not shy about. Oh, and before you ask, yes, there have been a few times that I have forgotten to, that's the meatloaf, I'll show you that in a minute, forgotten to take some of the wrapper off the butter, and as you're eating your biscuits, you get a surprise! I always tell people, don't worry, that just means you're the lucky winner of the week. I don't know what they win, but they didn't choke to this, so I guess I win. I didn't get food. And then the last one, I just kind of form with my hand. It's like all biscuits. Boop. Okay. Air fryer meatloaf, huh? Look at that, pretty yummy, pretty nifty. You can put some ketchup or barbecue sauce on, which I'm going to do here in a minute. And put some of that on the top just for a little bit of flavor. Now what I do is I throw my meatloaf back in for 2 minutes at 350 once I put the barbecue sauce on top, just to kind of harden that up a little bit. And that is basically supper. So we're gonna take a break here. I'll come back and show you the biscuits when they're done. I'll clean up this mess and we'll show you later here in a minute. So as I said, my GoPro kind of quit GoProing. The biscuits didn't really raise up too well. Mom said I put it on convection, which I should have put it on like 25 degrees less, blah blah blah, but you know what? You open them up, they look like biscuits. So the moment of truth, the reason I even made biscuits tonight, not sunflower, dandelion jam on a fresh biscuit. Bit my lip. But oh my gosh, it's so good. It is amazing. Could have put some butter on there. But where's the camera? Look at that. The camera's doing funky things, keep cutting it off. But by the way, I wish Mom made the biscuits a little fluffier, but can't beat it. Oh man. I wanted to show you the real quick finish result of the air fryer meatloaf. It's nice and moist, super flavorful, and it's just going to be an awesome supper and good lunch. And if you like this recipe, I will kind of throw the ingredients in the description. And like I said, ain't much to it. It's kind of a cheap boxes a few times. But it's really, really yummy, and it's a really good way to use some venison burger or use some regular hamburger if that's what you got. So that's Dad in the kitchen. Supper's on, and I gotta go eat.